I am I am up, the kids are asleep, and it's just overwhelming. My father, we were on the way. Oh, guys, I just lost my dad. My dad is gone. My dad is gone. Yeah. Omar, Omar. I know Omar must be sad. Omar said, "Why do I have to be the one to break the news?" I was calling my other sister, but I'm not getting through to her. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not getting through to my other sister. I talked to my dad earlier. And just the tone of his voice, it was so low. You know, Katie, are you okay? How is the baby now? Oh my God. Thank you. And it's a good. It's Omar. Omar. Omar, where you at? Omar. And I'm trying to call my other sister. I hope she could see. Thank you, boo. Omar. Omar, are you there? Did you tell Miss Tiny? What did she say? Did you get to call Daddy, brother? It's okay. Omar, we appreciate you. Thank. I talked to my dad. I talked to my dad earlier, and I didn't like his voice, and I just asked Omar just now before we were trying to get off the phone just now. And we were asking Omar, because Omar is at the hospital with him, and we were asking him. And the lady that take care of my dad, they both at the hospital. So is uncle gonna go down there and meet Omar? Or is uncle coming? You know, me and my sister, the one in Florida, we were just about to get off the phone because we were trying to call them back because we were on the three-way call since I get off live early, and we were trying to call him back and we weren't getting to. And my sister said, sister gonna have to get some rest for tomorrow because of the kids. But I said, let me try calling back when we hang the phone up. So I hung the phone up and try calling back, and only to get the news. Because I heard Omar on the phone, and Omar said, "Why you hungling him like that? Let me help him." Like they were probably putting him on the hospital bed and they didn't put him properly. Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. At least he at a place of rest now. You know, Sue, Sue. Hey, 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 daddy just dead. You know why you know nice? Daddy just dead. Let the dead rest. Just relax. Just relax. You know why you know nice? Daddy just passed. Let the dead rest. I would. I would. Omar. Omar. Yes, exactly. Hmm. So how is Miss Tiny? Is Miss Tiny okay? Cause I know she's down there. Oh wow. You can't see him? No, I don't want to. No, he's fine. Yeah. No, I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. When you stop show, you let me know. I don't want to see. My father just passed away. I don't want to see that. You finished showing it? Omar, turn the camera off. You turn the camera off, Omar? Cause I don't want to. I can't manage that part. I can't manage that part, people. I don't. I'm good. I'm good the other part. And then I'm trying to call my other sister, but I'm not getting through to her either. I hope. I hope she. Cause just the tone of my father's voice since that when I talk with him, and I just said it to Omar. I said, Omar, tell me the truth. How is Daddy looking to you? You think he's gonna make it? Short after that, I heard Omar say, Jesus, why am I have to break the news? You know. Because when I was on the phone earlier and I said, Daddy, hi, how are you? Did they stop showing? Omar, turn him off. I don't want to see. They turn it off, Kathy? Kathy, why you looking at you already him not feel wonderful? Yeah, I don't want to look at that part. Good night, how you doing? I'm just here with my kids, so I'm like, it's sad. It's very sad. Because I know my daddy have a deep voice, and I mean, when I heard daddy voice today, I'm like, mm-mm. Curtis will be okay, baby. Katy, huh? It will be alright, Katy. We have a whole lot to deal with tonight, but at least we were here. He probably could hear us. Huh? It will be alright. No, at least he's no longer in his pain, you know. He was in pain. We didn't know. He was in so much pain. Because we talked to him since night and I asked him, Daddy, do you want to go to the hospital? And he said yes. And his voice was so low and I had to yell again, and then he came back on. So just the volume in his voice, you know. Omar, what you gonna do now, Katy? Uh, yes. Yeah. You know, and maybe if he had got the camera when I don't know. It's okay. It's okay, Katy. Uh, well, Katy, what you gonna have to do is what we were discussing. You're gonna have to do that, and I'll take care of them so you can get to go. When that time come, okay? Is there a way you is who is that? Who is that, Omar? Oh, oh, uncle. Oh, okay. That's okay. It's okay. At least we were here. He could hear us on the phone. You know, hopefully he could, and know that we were here for him. It's okay. It's okay. Because he was in so much pain. So he was in so much pain. So I'm just happy that we were able to talk and get him to the hospital. They were trying to treat him, and then they said they found some infection. So when I was researching it, they said once you have cancer, i- infection can also play a role. Mm. So Omar, okay, okay. And I'm trying to call my other sister all day. I haven't get through to her. I haven't get through to her, so Let me see if I can add her back to the call. So we're using WhatsApp to communicate, family. I'm gonna try to see if I could. Oh, I can. And let me see if I could add somebody from my end. Let me see if we can add her to the call, hopefully. I'll try. My other sister went in. Kathy? Kathy? Mm. It's so sad. But it's what it is. It's life. And we were so insist that we're not going to bed. And then when I get off the phone with my sister just now, I told my sister, you know what? I'm gonna try before I go to my bed. Huh? Hey, Omar, is Uncle gonna come down now? Oh, okay. Life is really funny, family. Life is really so funny. You will never know how. Yeah, you're talking to me, brother? Oh, plus I talk to the doctor or something. I tell her, say, life is so funny. So very funny. And then the sister I know that's gonna really tear apart is the other sister, my other half. My other half is gonna really turn apart. And I remember I was telling Daddy, just hold on, Daddy, just hold on. And he said, yes, my daughter, I am. But his tone, it was just off. His tone was literally so off. So low. But it's life, it's what it is, family. You okay now, Kathy? How you feeling now? You drink some water or something? This you okay, Kathy? Huh? Okay. That's my other sister. We're gonna try to rearrange something to see if I just keep the keys for her so she can go. We were just online looking on some stuff. We were just online, and then she said, "Sis, I'm gonna go lay down now because her daughter is not feeling well either tonight." And like a few minutes ago, she was she put the baby down and the baby went to bed, and then when she said she gonna take a nap just now, cause we were trying to call back, cause anybody who make the call first have to be the one who add people to the call, and she said she wasn't getting through, and then I said, let me call when I got off the phone. And I call. And I get off the call just now, and I was so insist. I said, no, 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 no. Before I go to my bed, I want to know what's going on with my dad because he's in the hospital now. They transport him there, so I want to know. But we were trying to do the FaceTime, do the camera thing so we could see Dad and talk to him and everything, but we couldn't get to because they were saying, I don't know what they were saying about the camera. If somebody, understand something much, we go. And then my sister hang the call up and then we call on camera, so, but then I'm not going to look at nobody now in this hours in the night now. Kathy? Well, thank you, Omar, for being there for our dad. Thank you so much. So is Uncle gonna come down tonight? And then the lady that was taking care of him, they called her since night one. She was able to be at the hospital with him, so that was nice. What you say? What you say, brother? Omar. Oh, yeah. Right as we trying to set the camera up so we could talk to Dad. Because I heard my brother was on the phone. He was saying, what are they doing? What are you guys doing? Let me help. I don't like how you're handling him. Let me help you. And then we tried to set it up so we could see him, so we could talk to him. Because they said they were putting him on a bed to get him, attended to. And from I get off live earlier, I went back and I get on the phone and keep communicating with my sister. It's just hard, but a part of life is the sad part, the reality. And he's no longer in his pain no more. He's no longer in that pain. You okay now, sister? Sis? Sis, you're not talking. Are you okay? Okay. Omar, Kathy talking to you. Oh, okay, okay. Because he just passed and they had to report it. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night, Lady Juice. Good night to everyone. How you doing? Hey, Kathy, is there a way for you to add Jay back to the call? I was trying to add her to it, but it didn't go back to it. I wonder if, because I'm the one who called you guys back, right? I'm the one who add you back. Let me see if I could add her. You gonna try? Oh, her phone's still ringing on my end because I was trying. Yeah. Hey, Kathy, can you call Uncle? Can you call Uncle here? Huh? Okay. Tell him tomorrow that every decision will be made because Uncle is not here tonight, right? Okay. Thank you. Where's the Kathy? Well, just let them know all decision will be made when Uncle is there. You know, the shock of life, we know it's coming, but it just, I had to tell Omar, just, I said, please tell me the truth. How is my dad look? Because all this week, I'm like, my body just felt sad. I think I was saying it on one of my videos. I'm like, all this week, my body just felt sad. Like I just don't want to do nothing. I just felt sad. And the one sister I know that is gonna be hurt, I'm telling you. The other one in the Bahamas, she's gonna be so hurt because we're trying to connect her. Yeah, yes, brother. Oh, so okay, so you finalized everything now. You did the report and everything now. So you guys gonna head back home? What you gonna do now, bro? Hey, Katy, you going to bed already? Hey, brother, you talk to Uncle? What did he say? Well, thank you so much. Thank you, and I'm a tiny dear for stepping up for my dad. I appreciate you guys. So thank you, and thank you for realizing what was happening to Daddy. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna when you I'm gonna hang up with you, and then I'm gonna call Uncle and say hopefully Uncle answer, and then we did you discuss anything with him? Yeah. Okay. All right. So tomorrow when you cycle back in, look later. I know you're gonna be look later on, or maybe after you come from work, little later. Then call, give him a call. But I'm gonna try to give him a call and let you know, and so forth. So then he can get the rest of information from you to know where exactly he went, which mark he went to, and all of that. Okay. Yeah. So where is Miss Tiny at? Let me talk. Oh, when she come back, give her the phone. Let me talk to her. Let me tell her thank you. But thank you so much, Omar. Thank you for coming in and recognizing what was happening to Daddy. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless your heart, man. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened tonight. So thank you for being there. Yeah. And then we're trying to reach to Jay, but we're not getting through to Jay right now. Yeah, I guess her phone. If you could call her phone directly, I don't know. If you could call her number directly and tell her to give us a call, or send her a text. Can you send text? Yeah. No, no. Jay is the one in the Bahamas. That's the one that came down there the time when you and she went to Old Harbor. So you will see the area code. The area code is what, 242. So say send her a text him directly, and then tell her to give us, just tell her to give us a call. She will call us back if she got it. Tell her it urgent. All right. So thank you. But when Miss Tiny come, just let me talk to her for a quick second, and then I can let you go because I know it's late, really late. It's in the morning now. And what time is it down there? I think we and you are on the same time, or we are hour ahead. Okay, so we are on the same time here. Oh, it's 2 o'clock there. Okay, so we are hour ahead of you then, because it's 3 o'clock over here. So we are hour ahead of you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Katy, you went to bed already? Miss Tiny? Yeah, I know, but I want to say thank you on behalf of my siblings, because I know my sister is not. The other one was here. I'm not seeing her on here now. But I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for all you did for my dad, for our dad. Thank you so much, and thank you for getting up and go take care of our dad. Thank you so much. So safe journey back home, and thank you so much. And anything further, we will get in touch with you. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much. Be safe going back home. Good night. All right. Have a good night. Omar, take care. Okay. I'm texting my sister to see if she's online. No, she's not. Oh, oh, okay. Her phone have internet. Let me call her. Let me call her. Hopefully she answer. Hopefully she answer. Cause we've been trying all night to get to her. Girl, Jay, you okay? What you doing? Huh? Okay, well turn the light on and look. Turn the light on and look. Daddy just passed. We were trying to call you. Yes. We tried to call you all evening. I called you, I text you, and then I don't know what Jay did with his phone because I was gonna call my nieces, but I couldn't. I don't know where Jay did with his phone. So call him. Omar them just leaving the hospital because they just took him down there like about 2 hours now, and they just got him a hospital bed and he passed. No, me and Ketty was on the phone. Ketty is crying because her daughter wasn't feeling well either, and then she was on the. We were on the phone from 12 something. We were on the phone, and then just a few minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago now, um we decided to get off the phone because we were just trying to reach out back because we were on the phone on a three-way call. And then when we weren't getting back through to Omar, cause Omar is the one who took Daddy to the hospital, and he went and picked the lady that helped with Dad. So they're gonna left the hospital now. So on Monday, I'm gonna try call Uncle and let them know because they're gonna send his body to this morgue, and the body have to be removed within by Monday. You know. And my uncle number is not even in this phone either. It's in the other phone. Let me see me get Uncle Wilfred. Hopefully I get him. Good night, Uncle. Hello, Uncle. How you doing?
Yes, dear.
Do you hear
I'm
what
here
happened to
sitting
your
up.
brother?
I'm here sitting up. I found out before you. I woke you.
You find out before me. No, I was on the phone.
You was on the phone when he died.
Yeah.
I thought I was before.
Oh no, no. Me and Katy and I, and Omar
Uh,
and Miss Time are Tiny. That's her name. Yeah.
yeah.
But he was trying to show us, but Katy let you show it to him. But I said no because at first we wanted to see Daddy before everything, but we were on the three-way call and he said he wouldn't allow us to see the camera. So when everything was passed, now we had to hang the phone up to see. But I couldn't look at Daddy in his dead state. I couldn't do it. I just didn't have that
Oh,
long.
no, no, you did. That would be more hurtful. You don't want to see before he passed.
Yeah, it was so sad because because I remember we were on the phone with Omar, and then Omar said, why you taking him, treating him like that? No, 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 no. Let me help you. And then all of a sudden here, Omar said, why do I have to break the news? Why do I have to be the one? And he started crying, and we all cried.
Because when he told me, you know, me from when he called me earlier, he kind of thought I was coming home from work. I was coming home from work after 12.
Yeah,
Now phone me up about 1 o'clock when I'm
yeah,
coming home. And I see the phone call and I said something is wrong. But I know he's not gonna call me time of the night
yeah,
unless it's something. So he said, all that tell me said, my brother went to the hospital, but he couldn't get her. I have the transportation where he had to get there.
yeah,
So he have to call Steiny and ask Miss Steiny to go get him dressed and all of that, and they take him out there whatever she if she have money for just use the money whatever she got take him to the hospital. When he come down, then he will refund her back and all of that. So I
yeah,
said, okay. They say Omar was there with her
yes,
also too. So I said, okay, good. So you don't have to worry yourself. Then you can at least go there and line on, get a little push snap in between, and then keep your phone on. And I will keep my phone on to hear from both of you at all time of the night. So whatever information you got, you could still call me and let me know what's going on.
yes,
So when I'm here just now and I see the phone call me back, when they call me back and I said, no, that's right. You know what I mean?
yeah. He was crying. He said, "What?" I felt it for him because he lived there, so it's gonna be so hurtful for him, But because when he called us since night, well, he called my sister, and when he called my sister was trying to do a three-way call with Jay, but he was getting through to Jay, so she did a three-way call with me, and then we were on the phone and everything, and then her daughter was a feeling well, which is Katy I'm talking, and everything. Yeah, Katy. Sorry, and we did the call. And then we just said we were going to go to bed because we were trying to call them back while they're in the hospital because we were listening to the doctor asking question how long have they found that he had some infection, and I was doing some research, and I get to understand when they had prostate cancer and all these things, and like if he's there at night and he diaper wet and he didn't get to change in time or so, that can also contribute to the infection. So I
And
start to do some
I
research.
think the medication too.
Yeah.
When you're taking certain medication, if you're not eating, not taking the medication, it could feel like being on your inside part of your stomach. You know what I mean? And it could cause will give you ulcer, it could cause an infection too.
Yeah. And then you know what's
Because
so
you know,
funny? Just when me and Katy, we were just about to hang the phone up, like it's about what 40 something minutes now. Before this, we were about to hang the phone up, and well, we hung the phone up, and Katy said, "I said before you hang up, try one last time to see if we could get to talk to Dad, because they were telling us they were trying to get him a bed. He finally got a bed, and they were trying to put him on the bed." Then shortly after that, I said to Omar, "Okay, when they put him on the bed, turn the camera on so we can see Dad and we could talk to Dad." And we never get to get the camera turned on before he passed.
But I think they said that after they took blood from him.
But you can't take blood from a weak man.
That's why, if we were talking about it this week, last week before the week. Today is on Monday.
Yeah.
And no, Sunday. And last week, we're talking about the father said they have to take it back to Mandeville to get it checked up. But so between Elick and all of us were talking, they say he have no blood in him to take no blood.
Yeah.
For them to do the blood work to take it back. So what they were planning to do, they was going to take it back to Mandeville. And I said, okay, we'll take it back to Mandeville and then we could maybe reschedule that blood test again when he get a little more stronger because you're not eating anything for him to really have any blood. And once you have the cancer like that, it's going to feed on your body.
Exactly, because the white blood cell is dominant than the red one.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's gone, his body is weak, and in that once you're not putting none, there's none for you to take out.
When they told me since like that they took some blood from him, I was kind of shocked with that. But at the same time, I had to keep my cool because we're not there. So you don't want to be mad at no one. You know when you're not there.
If Ellie was there, maybe we'll tell them not to take the blood from him.
But we didn't even realize what was happening till afterwards. They told us because we were saying what was going on. Then afterward, we realized that, cause even though we were on the phone, they should have. But I can't complain. You know what? I just can say that God put him to a place of rest. No more pain. No more feeling like no one is there.
He's been going through it for a long time now.
Yeah.
And one of the good things tonight I was just saying I was crying and all that, and I was like, I'm glad I made that effort to go down there to see.
That was a huge surprise. And you know what's so funny? Since night, sorry, uncle. Since night, we called when Kathy put me on the three-way call, and she was saying I was telling them to take Dad to the doctor from 2 weeks ago. She said because Daddy was alright. I said you should have called me because I was trying to call my dad over 2 weeks now, and I was getting through to him. Last time I get in touch, the lady answered the phone and they give it to Dad, and then I couldn't hear anything else after, and I kept calling. I kept.
They did some blood work less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but.
They were taking me to the doctor to do some tests, I think.
And then I asked Dad since night because Omar said I'm gonna put the phone on speaker, so he put the phone on speaker and he asked Dad. He put the phone on speaker so we were able to talk to Dad. And when I talked to my dad, the tone of his voice, because I know my dad, the tone of his voice was too low because I know my dad have a powerful voice. So when my dad could barely answer, 2 weeks ago his voice was normal.
But you remember last week? That was one of my points for this week. I really coming off of vacation now.
Yeah.
And last week I was supposed to be on vacation, so when they called me the Monday morning, before I answered, they said to me, he called me and said, Brother Bill is not doing well. He got there the weekend, and he was talking to him and laughing and talking with him real good.
Yeah, because a couple weeks ago he was okay. Remember?
He could talk to you on the phone. You could hear nothing from his voice, and so I said, I'm supposed to be on vacation this week coming up.
Yeah.
I said to myself, don't go on vacation. Keep the vacation back so we can get the vacation can. And I said, okay, when I go into work, then I'll talk to my boss. I'll let him know the situation. And when I go into work, I'll talk to my boss.
And you know what? I was here since night, and I remember I get to talk to him, and I said, Dad. And at one point his voice went out, and then he come back in, and I said, Dad, Dad. I kept saying, Dad, Dad. And I said, just hold on for me, Daddy. Come on, just hold on. And he said, yes, my daughter. Me, hold on, my daughter. And that was very clear. He said, yes, my daughter, I'm holding on.
But that was the last energy he did.
Huh?
That's the last energy he put out.
Yeah, because his voice box was going in and out. And I said, Dad, how you feeling? And he said, not so well. And I asked him another question. I said, do you want to go to the doctor? And he said, yes. I said, do you want to go to the hospital? Not the doctor. I said, do you want to go to the hospital? And he said, yes. And I told him.
They may send him, when he was at the same hospital, they sent him home already. I said they couldn't do that more for him.
I don't know what I don't know what to say nowadays about healthcare. I don't know.
And then Sunday was there because when we had the cancer from they go there, they sent him home from there and said the LLC said they can't do nothing more for it. So the only place he was really getting any great treatment from was when we take him to Mandeville. You know what I mean? So Mandeville was giving all these treatment and all these blood work
So
everything about him. But they really couldn't do much more about him. They only could not give him the medication because once he had the type 4 right there with his own thing they can try. For the last time when they go, they used to give him one injection, but the
yeah.
beginning last time I think they gave him two. Why it was more for the cancer was more aggressive, and they realized it was more aggressive after we do the but the CT scan. Right. So that's when they found out that the cancer was more aggressive on him.
Well, all I can
And
say, Uncle, I told Miss Tiny and I thank Omar because I said, Omar, thank you for coming home today and aware that something was off with Dad because if he wasn't aware and then me and Kathy was on the phone and then get me on the phone for me, I am very much big and when somebody volume changes and everything and I was able to tell him, I said, listen, you have to try to get him to the hospital because I said, Dad want to go to the hospital. That first
and
they
he
were
could have been
saying that
diagnosed
that's
by himself.
yeah, and then first they were saying Dad said he didn't want to go to the hospital or whatever. I said no, no. I asked him myself. I said, do you want to go to the hospital? He said yes. And
Because
then
the
right when I
first,
was
the
about
first,
to hang the phone up to go to our bed just now, because Kathy baby was sick. Right when we were about to hang the phone up to go to bed, I told Kathy because Kathy was trying to do back the three-way call, but we wasn't getting through. So I said, you know what? Let me use my number and call. And I used my number, and then when I called, nobody know who was it. They said hello. They thought it was Jay, but it's not Jay. But any name they called me, I just answer it. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. So anyway,
you said Julian, right?
uh
Julian MJ.
yes, yes, yes. That's her. She named Jay.
Well,
So
you're Jay too.
we all Jay. But I'm just saying that any name anybody call me nowadays, as long as he affiliated with the family, I just answer it. So you know. So
Okay.
he said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "How is my dad?" I kept saying, "How is my dad?" I said, "How is my dad?" And then I said, "Okay, this is so they thought they still think it was Jay." I said, "No." And they said, "Oh." Then they start to ask me exactly like I said, "This is so and
But
so."
you on the phone online. It's all when
Yes.
you know your name pop up just now, I realize that Julian called me just now.
Cause listen, I didn't even know you were gonna pick up to uncle.
Uncle the other guy say, boy, you pull him up, boy, you know, he say, you have to get them and find out. So which one look different lately?
Yes, our voice do sound alike on the phone, and that's the funniest part of it, you know. Because I just called her just now and she said she would call me back. She probably over there tearing up because I tried so hard this evening to call her because when Kathy called me and tell me what was happening, I just knew something was up. Because all this week, Uncle, when I tell you, I remember I was on my live and I was telling someone that I feel so sad this week. All this week, I'm just feel sad. And I never normally use the word sad.
Yeah, I know you alone because I had a tunnel feeling. And I was telling somebody this morning, this for last night I worked a double shift last night. I came up. So when I came up this morning, I sit back for about 2.5 hours, get up back and go back to work. And while before I wake up, I dream someone my minister at church.
Mm.
And it come like I was we all was tending to watch events, but the event seemed like it was a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And he come up to me and said to me, say, Brother Brown, you look at me in my face and say, Brother Brown, you look tired, you need some rest. And I turned to him and I said, rest, brother, for him a brown also. And I said to Brother Brown, I know I need rest, but I had so many things to do and I don't have nobody to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to, one, I said, I have to drive myself and all. He said, yeah, you need rest. And he
Wow.
walked away from me. Like it come like it's a warning. But when we really think about it tonight, oh, it was my brother never said needed work, go get rest or something. That was it.
But anyway, Uncle, before I forget this part, They were taking up some information from Omar, so they said by Monday the body would have to move from wherever they send it. So call Omar tomorrow or so. I told Omar by tomorrow or so, look later, because they're on their way back home. So
Alright.
you can call and get all the information and stuff. But but I had to thank the lady because she had to get up out of her bed. She didn't have to because she was working.
Right.
So that
No,
was
but
nice.
that part we already I already make a decision on that part between my Omar.
Yeah.
For we, I have to take care of them.
Yeah, when I tell you
Okay.
he stepped up tonight, but the funny part, and every time I talk about this part, I'm gonna feel choke up when he said, "Why do I have to break the news?" Because he's the one saw everything what when Daddy was going down, and then he's the one had to break the news both ways. Because he said
Yeah.
normally
So
when he come in, Daddy would be sleeping, but this time Daddy was in pain, crying.
right. And so what with that part with Noel your only person really want defend that to do that so we don't have to fight your uncle is a total wreck right now.
Yeah. But you know
Yeah,
what?
because
He's in a better place to me though because the pain, and all that he was going through. And I was telling Katie since night, I said, knowing the fact that none of his children are not there because we're all in different places right now. And
right,
I was just looking up online to see how Katie could get her kids to come over by me so she could just quickly run down and come back because we are from two different states right now and so forth. So I don't know because I told her if, but now that this happened, I don't know the other outcome because Katie was on the phone and then she was crying and then all of a sudden she was just not talking.
so what for right now I have to go back to I gotta go work I work today and I have to go work tomorrow. I could have called him but I'm not gonna call him because I'm gonna have to make plans and whatever happened right now, I'm gonna make everything. Make your uncle might do everything down there for this. We got a close discussion pretty much that already. So he will do whatever have to be done, and then he will tell us if I know he will go there move the body from here to one of the funeral.
Yeah, I just know you gotta move by Monday.
Yeah, so
And I
I
told him, I
definitely
just said say okay, and because at this time we couldn't just make a decision on just one person, so I said just say
no
okay.
no. Elik is the one who gonna make all of that decision.
Yeah.
Okay, for he's the one who down there
Yeah,
handling
but
everything.
that's what I
So
told him. I
whatever.
said since Uncle wasn't there last since night, I said
Right.
just leave everything. Just say okay to just say Monday, and then Uncle will take everything
Right.
from there. So he gotta call Uncle. So if you get a chance to talk to Uncle, because I'm gonna hang up in a few. So if you get a chance to talk to Uncle tonight, you just let him know to give Omar a call in the morning.
Right. So, so I think the hospital was in touch with him also. The fire was the one giving them a lot of the information to forensic was in touch
Yeah.
with them too. So,
Well, I
he
hope.
will, I think he will go there, more or less what I would do tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if I get him tonight, I'll tell him fine, you don't have a ride. And two, you don't have a car, that's why I couldn't move.
Yeah.
And where anybody's come like it is not
But
this.
you know what? I believe God always plant his seed along the way. Just when you think no one would be there along the way, his seeds are always planted. Because look, when Omar called us, Omar said, "You know what? I'm gonna get the lady and let she come and get daddy dressed and everything." That lady didn't have to get up out her bed and do nothing. She said she had, when I talked to her, she said she had just done finish cook, get her dinner up ready in around 12 something there because she said she left over by daddy late today
Right.
and she had to get her
Yeah.
stuff situated and everything. And she said as soon as she finished eat the food just now, not just now as in now, but a few hours ago, she got the call from Omar to come right away, and that was nice of her because she was on the schedule to work now midnight. So that was really nice of her to step up and really
For when your uncle called me, he said, call Omar, call him. I think he said, and he tell Omar, call Miss Tiny for him. And this time them tax him to go over there. They talk to this time they tell her. So the two of them went together. And she go over there. They can't find say couldn't get down there. He finds that now at the time for it was late in the night when they called him. Finds out that time we had no taxi up here and everybody locked down at that time of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was like over here, say could I get a
Oh
hour
yeah.
before or
Oh
something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he say he have money could take him, but he don't have nobody to take him where he wanna go right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So
But you know what? I'm just
there,
happy somebody
as
was
I said,
there to see what was happening. So, and I was happy to know that we were at least two of us, of two of his kid was on the phone, so he could
right,
hear our voice. At least he know that, you know,
we are there with them.
we are there with him. So I we never left his side right up till the night hour. Cause even when we were deciding to go to bed, Katy kind of tired because her baby is not feeling well herself. I was on the phone telling her to turn the steamer on in the bathroom because the baby chest was, up and down because of the flu. The breathing change when a child is sick because they're so young.
Does she don't have a humidifier?
No, I was asking her. She said no, but she have the everything else and stuff. So I tell her, girl, you gotta get the rest of stuff. So, but she said right after the news and everything, the baby went right to bed. And then this is me now on the phone. I said, Omar, tell me the honest truth. How did it look to you? Then all of a sudden I heard he say, sis, sis, sis. I said, what? He no longer here. I said, what you mean no longer here? Then Katy was laying on the bed and Katy jumped up same time. And then I was trying to be a tough person, a tough little cookie. But then when I hear Omar start crying, because Omar is not even this.
But you're a tough cookie. You're stronger than my brother right now. For I feel it.
Wait. You're telling me uncle is crying right now?
Yeah, but tell say his wife when he called that I could talk to him on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
couldn't talk to him. I could hear nothing from. I have to tell his wife to say, okay, you know what? As soon as he calmed down, tell him I'm up and I'm waiting for him, and I will call him. I will call him back. But it was out of it. If I remember, he's the one who goes to his brother down
yeah.
there doing everything.
From day
His
one.
his from day one is on illegal food, everything in one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then my little crazy sister over there trying to stress him out over stupid stuff.
Which, oh, the one over
You know
in
what I mean?
Canada?
And I just don't want nobody to so stress my brother off. And he's the only one out there. And if he drop dead on them one, whatever we want to do,
But you know
don't
what? Such
stress
is
him out.
life, you know. But I'm just happy that those two persons were planted right there. Uncle was there, but as I
You know what I
said,
mean?
transportation wise, he wouldn't be able to make it tonight. And
Um,
but I was just happy we were able to talk, and I was able to ask Dad the question, do you want to go to the hospital? Because at first the guy was saying that we asked him before if he want to go to the hospital, and he said no. I said no, let me ask him the question. And I asked him, and just the tone of his voice tell that he was in distress. He needed that help for so long.
but then if your auntie go and tell her, oh, go call an ambulance. Where you going to call ambulance in Jamaica? Where you
Well,
can find an
we ain't
ambulance
gonna
in
worry. We
Jamaica?
ain't gonna worry about anything. Whatever each one of us can do, that's all we can do. Who can do. Who can do, just shut up. Because I'm not about to have that, because there's no need to argue over the soul that is lost right now.
No, well, imagine my calling and stress out my little brother down there. I don't want her to do that. Leave him
You know
alone.
what? She called me one time. She called me one time when she found out my dad was sick, and just the way she called me, it make it like, so what are you guys planning to do? What you guys gonna do? I remember, I remember my son was in the kitchen, and I was pretending like I was talking to my son. And she said, "Oh, you're busy. You're teaching your son." I said, "Yes, I'm teaching my son." And she get off the phone.
That's the same time when she called and said for the financial stable to take care of all of that.
Listen, the Lord will always make a way, whether you're financially, you're emotionally, you're mentally, you're psychologically, all the alleys. The Lord will always make a way, because ever since
Well, tell
night,
why she worry about she worry about all of that, that she's not really, I don't know, but whatever it is, my brother is, it will be fine. Everything will
But
be
you know what? And those people who run off their mouth all the time, those are the one who feel it more. I promise you, they're the one who feel it more.
fine. So,
No, trust me. Wait, wait. I bet if you call her right now, she gonna feel it more than anybody else. Now she gonna feel like a guilty bird.
she gonna feel guilty, maybe that's what
What?
she gonna feel.
Let me tell you something. The person in the family who always make the most noise, always the one who feel it more. They feel it more and they're living in guilt.
That's something. For there's days in which I would have stay up till time and make sure I
Listen,
had
the
that
time
sort
we
of
run, you see, if people run their mouth off when they lose a loved one or everything, that's not helping the situation. You know,
now.
not
So I
helping.
already tell my brother, that's how we already talk and all the week they get himself. I know it make him cry. My God, it's a cry. Jesus cried. When Lazarus died, he cried.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I let him cry. If you don't have to cry, go on. But if you don't have to, go on. Get it out your system. Get it out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Cry. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But that's part of medicine. That's part of the cure.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I haven't
Because
heard back from Jay, so I know Jay. Jay is gonna be devastated because he was always the one joking with that, messing with that.
you know what?
Huh?
You know what you did one night, man? I talked for one night. We talked for hours, but she told me I was in the house, and then I walk outside. I said, "Let me move my car, I'm gonna put it in the parking lot." And then she drive. I'm driving in the car. She drive with me. She take me to the car, walk back home, come back in the bed. She put me to sleep. When I when I sleep, I'm laying the job. I'm not got the phone. I said, "Wait, oh man, before I sleep, I'm on this."
Oh yeah,
But you know what?
she's one of those
I
person.
came back. I came back from Boston, Massachusetts, from
Yeah,
the funeral from our niece,
yeah. I saw you in it. I watched it on YouTube.
and I just came home the evening, the day, and I was talking to her, and she talking to me, and I was tired too, and I couldn't keep up. I was gonna say, mother,
Look, Uncle sent me the link for the
that's
YouTube
my
channel,
girl,
and I
that's
saw
my
it.
girl right there, man. I just love to hear she talk with me.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Say,
she's something else. And then me now, I used to say, I bet because daddy not feeling well now, you can run your mouth out, cause you know daddy don't play. But uncle, I know it's late and you got stuff to do and stuff
no,
for it.
no, right now, I have stuff to do. Only thing I have to do now, I need to get my brother, and I need to get him on the phone.
Well,
You know
try
what I mean?
and get him on the
I
phone.
know he's hurt. I know he's hurting right now,
Yeah,
but
and Jay too, because I was trying to call Jay, because Jay would
you try to
normally be
call her,
the.
she don't answer. But
No,
if she don't
she
answer
said
me,
she
then she
was
don't
asleep
answer
because
me.
she came home tired. She said, "Girl, I came home tired," and everybody I talked to him since night about the situation. I said this week I was just feeling so so sad, and I even said it on. I was on my YouTube channel and I said I feel so sad. You just feel sad. I never use the word so sad like telling people that I feel so sad.
Because one night last week, they called me right here on February, just before that. And someone moved, Jay, I'll tell you something. I feel like I this dead weight on me. And I said, I have to sit down and I said, Lord, whatever it is,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it was like a burden. And twice it happened to me last week. It was just a heavy weight on me. And I felt that I was like, I was just calling was Lord, give me the strength to make it through the night. Because
About
I'm not full of whatever it is.
yeah.
Whatever it is, I put it in your hand again, and you know, and then afterward, I feel a little better. I feel like I need to revive,
Well,
and then
I
start
kind of felt
moving.
better right now because knowing the fact that we're not there to help move around, that is the hardest part for me. But I was just happy to see two good Samaritans right there, not related, you
Not
know, and to
related,
see
not
that that
related.
lady had just left around 6 o'clock from his house, went to her house to get herself and her family eating something, and just to know she had to rush back. That speak volume that good people are still in this world.
Of course. When I got on there, I see that lady the other day, and I'll make sure I tell them, when I got on there, I see her, and I said, anybody said anything to this lady, she come here, she want a cup of tea and drink, doesn't seem like everybody is doing. Nobody said nothing to her, nobody argue with her, nothing at all. Just make sure she's like family in the house. You know what I mean? And when I got here, this person was to tell you what we say, yeah, she go get the water. She's so such a nice lady. You know what I
Good
mean?
people still in
And she
this
said
world.
and I said, so she alone can handle no one. I said, she alone can handle no one. I said, she need a second person. I said, if I twice a week to come there with her and help Noel, put Noel in the wheelchair, take him outside and all of that to help her lift him up and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To help him so he could help her, right? So I said, at least get somebody there, pay them 2 days a week. I'm responsible for it. And make sure you get somebody, Omar, I think they get over Omar says you were doing something right now. I have to make sure Omar take care of him tonight. He get out of his bed and he have something for the door morning, as far as I understand. So whatever I have to do, I gotta pay for that day too, so I'm not able to do it.
You know what's so
So
funny? I was talking to my sister since night, and you remember Daddy had a friend named Barry, right?
Barry,
Yeah, the one that they.
Baracus,
No, Barry was the one that they shot and killed. You remember?
no, sir, I don't know nothing about his
Oh,
friend there. I
oh,
know
oh,
one of
no,
them
oh
that
no,
very
Uncle would have
dangerous
known
friend.
him, not you. But Daddy used to have a friend when you remember when Dad broke his legs.
Right,
Yeah, he
you're
used
right.
to have a friend, but he was in this shop, and then he was a for him, but he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and but man, he would be right there with Dad, and I remember since night I bring him up, so he probably there with his brother now.
You know something? To be honest, Sunday I was in church Sunday, but it was Mother's Day Sunday,
Yeah.
and my adopted mother daughter was there. And I have Noel used to grow up. They send pictures of where they all grew up together.
Mm.
And said his godfather is my adopted mother uncle. And right away, his godbrother takes my sister
Yeah.
and said his mother David died down there in Jamaica. And right away he said he takes it and in the same text and she's showing the text and the
Wow.
words and Noel not to well either. And they
Wow.
have to go Noel or something like that and said. And in the text I think she showed me the text. So they always means you have people around and I think he have a sister too. I mean, which I don't know who else she is. I think she may have a sister in England. I never met her.
Oh.
Her I think I heard about him, but I never see her.
Well, Uncle, I'm
So
just glad for the seed that is planted, and that's why I strongly believe that nothing happened by mistakes, because he always know that he know when we're gonna need some help along the way, and he will plant those
oh
seeds.
yeah,
It's just a matter
oh
of
yeah,
time for it to grow.
you're right.
Germination have to start before anything else, and these people showed up because look how far we are right now. There's no way, even if we think we are a 5-star general, there is no way we could have
Could
said,
not be
hey,
there.
get the jet, put it outside, let's go. There is no way we'd have
No
made it.
way for we could reach here on time.
No matter what, we would be reaching there somewhere some other time, but we wouldn't reach there right now. So just to see how the Lord works.
The Lord worked good for us, man. But dear sister, may I tell you something? I thank God so much every day because if it wasn't for him, I don't know where Noel would be today.
You know
I tell
what?
you every day that I thank God for his blessing and protection, his love, his peace, his joy. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I thank God that Sunday morning I was at church that one of my ref called him and he used to put me on text message Richard, so he called him on the phone.
Yeah.
And he called him on the phone and he gave his life to the Lord over the phone. And so every day we love him. And so I just thank the Lord. The Lord was in the midst of everything that was going on with
He
us.
was.
Everything, every step of the way he was there to guide us through it.
He
You know what I
was.
mean? So right. My father said, "You will never leave us nor forsake us. I've been with you unto the very end." You know,
Exactly.
God, you
And
know,
you,
me,
you see how
right
he
there with
set
him.
up everything to be tonight. He set everything up so perfect, So, but I can tell you one thing though: losing a parent is hard. You never know how
It's
hard
very
it is
hard.
to
It's
lose
very
somebody.
hard. Very hard. And one of the things that really, well, to me, my sister, when my first mom, she said that I down there first.
Yeah.
That's your aunt Mandela. I was over here and I couldn't go down there, man. You know that feel too.
Well, it seems like that's the same boat I am in.
You know what I mean? I know that feeling was, I know something I was working, and that's why I say, whatever you let your right hand know, you can't let your left hand know about it.
God is good though. God is good. Cause look at you now. You can go right there now to pay your respect.
And I tell us something, I left work, they give me 1 week off from work, I never forget it. And that's time to go down for the funeral with pay. And I left from work and I go home like I went to Jamaica. And nobody knows how I went to Jamaica. And when I come back to work, they said to me, "Oh, was everything went?" I tell them everything was fine. Oh my God. Hey, oh God, to God be the glory. Great things He have done.
Amen. Amen. And listen, man,
You
his
know,
timing is much. You know what? They have this song, and I went to go get me some food. Not yesterday, the day before, and this lady was in the line, and she was looking at me or something, and this song just came to my mind, and I was singing it loud in the store. And he said, "Where would I be if it's not for the love of the Lord?" Where that gospel song say, "Where would I be? Where would I be if the Lord?"
I heard it
It,
before, but I don't know the
it
words.
play all the time on 93.1. So every time I hear the song, but it's so funny. Nowadays, when you get a song, you don't get the whole complete song. You just get the part that need to be resonated with you.
You get like the verse of it, a couple of verse of it, and then that's it.
That's it. And all you have to do is make it into what you're going through. Where would I be?
Exactly.
And I was singing it that day, and I'm like, I hope nobody run me out the store.
You know something, from the other day, I'm just praying for all of you, though, but I'm just hoping that everything work out well because I know we understand. I've been there. And when somebody tells you they're hungry and they never know what hunger is, and
Yeah.
then one say, "Yes, I know you're hungry. I understand that you're hungry." Well, you're going to say, "You understand that I'm hungry," and you're going to me, you feel you never been there. You know what I mean? But I've been where you at. You
Yeah.
understand what I mean? So I can identify myself with you all.
You know
You know
what I
what I mean?
say? Let me
So
give you the
I can
easy.
pray. I can only thing I can do put it in the hands of the Lord.
Yep.
And I said, "Lord, you did it for me.
You can do it
You
for
did it for
anybody
me.
else.
And I know you can do it for them. And you can do it for everyone, for anybody you want. You know what I mean? And I put it into his hand. You know what I mean? So I know he's going to come through for you.
Yeah. And you know
But
what?
over time and his time is not the same.
Time is important and time is of the essence. But you know what I said to myself too, Uncle? I want to add to that. I said too, I was talking to them on my YouTube channel, and I don't know where this voice came from to say that, you know what? Notice when you don't have experience in something, you shuffle for example. But the person who have experience or so live these things, been there before, they don't need to shuffle for example because they're a true testimony. They're a walking example.
Exactly.
So therefore, they don't need to book shuffle for nothing. I was talking about this yesterday on my channel,
Right.
and it's
So
so funny.
that's what same thing I'm talking to you right now. I've been there.
Yes.
I've been in their shoes. And I know what I'm talking about.
So you're a
And
true
what they said,
testimony and a
Lord.
living example.
Exactly. So then when somebody telling me something like those stuff, I know where you've been. I've been there. You know what I mean? So, but to God be the glory. Great
Great
things
things
He
he
have
has
done.
done.
And you know what I mean? I have to, when I talk sometimes, I tell somebody, say God was preserving it for this time.
Yeah.
You know, and I
But it's
said,
sad,
I'm
uncle. But I
serious.
wanted to go call your brother because I know it's late and I know that brother is so connected to my dad. I won't call him till tomorrow. My sister, once I call her and I tell her call her back, I know she didn't even. She had the phone up. But I'm gonna go pray and cause I already asked God for direction, but I never know that this would be, cause I was literally on the phone when all of this was unfold, was taking place.
Right.
So I never know I would
Right.
hit hard because I
And
already
your sister
prepared.
called you again tonight, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
try to call her tomorrow.
Yeah, no,
Your
I'm
sister
gonna try
called you
call her
tonight.
back, but I call her before I called you, and she said, wait,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping. I call you back. Then I said, did you know what happened? I said, look at me, because at this point I was crying, so I didn't want to really burst it to her. I want her to see my tears, then she would understand.
Right.
But then
So
afterwards, she said she called me back. That was it.
if you call her, she get me and could call me back from home.
Okay, okay, uncle.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to call your uncle and hopefully calm down, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to be his strong. We gotta pray for his strength.
Yeah, because
Because
he's the one gonna have to run up and down. Yep.
he gonna be our foot, our legs, everything. One, our ears, everything. And we have to pray that nobody don't stress him out, nobody worry
All
about
he have
him.
to do is
So
block them off of him phone. That's it. Or change the phone, put on the phone a yard and buy a new phone. Park the phone.
if just on that phone,
Well, he can park it. He can go to Digicel or whichever company is with, or what they call it, cable and wireless, and go get
just
another trip.
I don't think that phone is a 1 year, 1 week old yet.
Yeah, I remember he said he just got it.
Their phone burned out.
Yeah. But
So
anyway,
that's what
Uncle,
make
go
sure
check on him. Go check on him and see what's going on. Let me go check on Jay and see what's going on with Jay and everything. So,
alright, so check back with me a little later, so you can call me back tonight or tomorrow, whichever one, okay?
all right, Uncle. So you have a good night, Uncle.
Don't worry yourself, baby. I got you. I got you the back, okay?
Yeah, man, Uncle. You know, worry yourself to God, got all of us, okay? He plants seed along
Okay.
the pathway, and he said in his word, he will never leave us nor forsake us. So, you know,
And you gonna be with us, baby. We will come through our spear goal.
all right.
Okay. See you later.
All right, later, Uncle. Whew. Yes, family. Thank you all. Ooh, I needed. This is the uncle that I met only. This uncle I'm talking to, I only met him one time in my entire life. One time. And he actually, fun part of it, I think he lives in New York. And I don't know if he's a doctor, but I know he work in the hospital, but I don't know. Though I have no clue. I try not to ask people about their personal life. So but I just know he work in the medical field, and that is it. That is enough for me. I know him as my uncle. So I was shocked I happened to call him because he's a busy man. Because he said he was just pulling a double. So, you know, yes. So thanks to Miss Cynthia Blackwell. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Thanks to everyone here. Whole Jane, thank you so much. And thanks to everybody who was here and so forth. I'm gonna check back in with my sister because I know she got hit hard with that. My other little sister, which is the youngest one. I was on the phone with her, so she was seeing everything. But I know she was talking afterwards. She was just shaking by everything. Plus, she just had a young baby, so I didn't want to stress her out or anything. So, but I'm not gonna call her back tonight. I'm gonna call her tomorrow. But my sister now, I'm gonna try see if I could call her back. Hopefully, everything is okay. But I'm good. Everyone, I'm doing good. I shed my tears and I'm praying while I'm shedding my tears, and because I already know to expect the unexpected. It was just didn't know it was just this quick. But life happens, family, and but I can tell you one thing: losing a mother or father. Now I understand how hard that one is. Tough. That one is tough among all of them. Tough. That one is tough. To put yourself in a shoes that you never put your foot in before, and you're finally in it. That one is tough. That one is tough. But the Lord got us, and thanks to each and everyone for your support. Because I was in the house tearing up, and I just heard a voice said, I listened to my voice. I heard a voice say, just go on live because the kids in the house, want to wake up the neighbors and stuff like that. Oh, hold on, my daddy phone calling me. Hello, you guys reach home? Uh, so who? Oh, Katie on the phone, Katie. Uncle. Hey, family, thank you all so much for tuning in and everything. I'm going to go finish talk with them because the other uncle is on the phone. So I'm going to talk with them and everything. So I keep my company. I ain't going to bed tonight. So I want to say a big shout out to each and every one. And thank you, Cynthia Blackwood, for keeping everyone, let them know what's going on and everything. And thank you guys. And just keep us in your thoughts and prayer. Anyway, family, have a good night. Thank you all. Thank you, Miss Blackwell. Thank you all. Bye bye.